Warm greetings. Welcome for online video session on operating system. Myself Jagdish, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Bandpur. So in the last video session, we saw the graph. There is a graph allocation, resources graph allocation to the process. So where that is applicable for only for if the resources have only one instances. If there is multiple instances, then that is not used. So we go for the Banker's algorithm. So Banker algorithm is used for the multiple instances of resources. Each process must have a prior claim maximum users. If the number of resources is required in advance, the process has to claim that particular resources. When a process requests resources, it may have to wait. When the process requests resources, if at all not available, it has to wait in the system. When a process gets all its resources, it must return them in a finite amount of time. When it gets all the resources for the completion of the task, then it has to be returned back to the CPU for the allocation out to the next process. And Banker's algorithm, it came by name because it is used in the banking system to ensure that the bank never allocate the available cash in such a way that it could no longer satisfy the needs of all its customer. So the available cash, what it has available in the banking system, it cannot satisfy all the customers. So such a way that they allocate a cash. So in the same way, in our operating system, that is banking algorithm is used so that it cannot allocate the resources what is available in the system to all other process. So which is available, it can allocate, otherwise it has to wait in the queue. And compared to the resource allocation graph algorithm, Banker's algorithm is less efficient. One more point that has to be considered by using this algorithm. So data structure that is used in the Banker's algorithm is available, max, allocation, need. So let n be the number of process, m be the number of resource type. So available data structures, if a available j equals to k, there are k instance of resource type rj. If there is a k in the available rj, then there will be k instances of resource type rj. Max is equals to is a two-dimensional matrices. Max of I of j equals to k. Then the process pi may request at most k instances of resource type rj. So pi can request maximum number of k instances of resource type rj. Allocation, if allocation of a of ij is equal to k, then pi is currently allocated k instances of resource type rj. Need is equals to two-dimensional matrix, need of I of j equals to k, then pi may need k more instances of rj to complete its task. If the available resources is not sufficient, then pi may request k more instances of resource type rj. So need I of j is equals to maximum of I of j minus allocation of I of j. So need cannot exceed the maximum. Safety algorithm. Let work and finish be a vectors of length m and n. Work is equals to available, finish I, that is initially in the first step all the process or make it false. that is, it does not at all satisfy any condition. It means resources what it is allocated and the resources it is requested is not done to the any of the process. Find an I such that finish I is equals to false. So still process P high or P naught has not at all finished its work. So consider that is a process P naught, process P1, process P2. Consider for this as a 3 as an example. Process I means process 0 equals to false. Yes, need of 0 is lesser than or equals to work. If that is the case, that is a process what it is resources what it is allocated for process P naught. If at all is lesser than or equals to need, then it can finish its work. Then the process P naught in the safe state. Then the what are the resources is allocated to the P naught, it is will released. So in the pool, all the resources which is held by P naught is released to the resource pool. So next process P1, if the process P1 is false and if the need of I is lesser than or equals to work, if at all if it is great, then go to the step 3, then work is equals to work plus allocation. So whatever the process it is available along with the process which is available in the pool can consider to complete its task. So once again it checks if the finish of I equals to false, yes, then need is lesser than equals to work, yes, then go to the step 4, finish in the safe state. So P0, P1 and P2 are in the safe state. So if the process P1 is satisfied and process P2 is satisfied, whereas P1 cannot come into the sequences, then this is unsafe state. So the resources what it is available in the resource pool is not satisfied for the following sequences, then this is unsafety algorithm. Resource request algorithm for process PI. Resource request algorithm. So for particular process, how the resources are requested by using this algorithm. This we'll see. Request high equals to request vector for process Pi. If the request of k instances process Pi wants k instances of resource type Rj, then this is so any of the process, if it is required any number of instances of k instances of type Rj, what is the procedure? We'll see here. If a request I is lesser than or equals to need I, whatever the requested by the process of type k of resource type Rj of k instances, if it is lesser than need I, go to step 2. So go to step 2. If at all otherwise, rise an error condition since process has exceeds its maximum climb. If the k instances is of lesser than need, then go to step 2. If resource P not asked request for k plus 1 instances, which mean it is exceeding the need, then go means arise a error condition. So it cannot request the resources of k instances what is not available in the need. If it is, then rise a error condition that you cannot ask that much of resources which is not available in the system. If it is available in the system, then go to the step 2. If request I is lesser than or equals to available, if it is lesser than or equals to available, go to step 3. Otherwise, Pi has to wait since resources are not available. If the resources P naught what it is requested, if it is available in the available matrix, then we can allocate. That's the condition. The system can allocate the resources. Otherwise, P high, that is P naught, has to wait until all other process to complete its task. If it is which is lesser than available, go to step 3. So in the step 3, it checks, pretend to allocate the requested resources to Pi. So system it checks whether in the available pool whether we can allocate the resources to the P naught. That is, if it is available, if we can allocate it, then pretend that, and we saying that we will definitely allocate the requested resources to the P naught or P high by modifying the states as follows. So to allocate the resources to P naught, it pretend that yes, we can allocate the allocated resources to P naught. How? By this following condition, that is available is equals to available minus request. So something like 3, 2, 1 is available. So P naught request of C instances of 1. So if it is C instances of 1 and B instances of 1 and A instances of 1, means I am calling this as A, B and C. Okay, I am calling A, B, C. If this is the resources is requested by P naught, then it checks whether we can allocate it or not. Even if it is able to allocate these instances, it checks. See, that is 3 minus 2. It is 3 minus 1 is 2, and 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Yes, we can allocate the resources which is available in the resource pool. Then if it checks, if it is there, then this is newly available resources. This is newly available. Earlier this was available. Now this is newly available because the requested by the P naught to satisfy or to pretend that we can satisfy it by doing all the operation. This is what the newly available resources. So available is equal to available minus request. So newly available will be in the available in this data structures. Allocation is equal to allocation plus request. So previously for P naught it was allocated already 2, 4, something like example 2, 4, 6 it was allocated. So newly requested was 1, 1, 1. So this will be newly allocated will be 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 5, 7 is was the newly allocated for the P naught. Allocation for the P naught is 3, 4, 7. So need is equals to need minus request. So there was a need something around 6, 5, 4. So requested was 1, 1, 1. So minus this 5, 4 and 3. So this is the newly need available to the other process. So this is what the condition explaining. So whenever the system, whenever P naught requests new instances of type Rj, so it pretend whether it is possible or not. When it request is satisfied, then these are the changes has to be done by the system. So when it changes are done, then the system will be in the safe. The resources are allocated Pi. So the system, if it is allocated, the whatever the resources is available by in the resource type or in the pool, if it is allocated to the requested P naught, then it is safe. If at all not able to satisfy that condition, then the P high is in the unsafe. Not the whole system will be in the unsafe. Only the P high will be in the unsafe, because it has to wait until all other process complete its task. Once it complete its task, it will deallocate all the resources which was allocated to all the process to the pool. From the pool or the resources what is requested by P naught can make use of the resources and complete the task. So this is a resource request algorithm for process Pi. So you'll come across, we'll solve some problems, then you come across this algorithm very clearly still. So we'll go for some of the problems in the next coming slide. So this is one of the example they have given, that is process of 5 process, that is P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, and one more, that is allocation of the resources of A instances. Total number of instances, what it is of A instances, 3 plus 2, that is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, and B instances, total number of instances is 1, 2, 2 instances, and total number of instances of C is 3 plus 1 plus 2, altogether something around type resource type A, it has 7 instances. The resources of type B, it has a 2 instances, and resources type C, it has a 6 instances. How? 3 plus 1 3, so 2 plus 3 is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So total number of instances of type A is of resources of type A is 7, and resources type B it is 2, and resources type C it is 6 instances. So maximum allocated resources for the P0 and P1, P2, P4. So maximum it is 0, 0, 0 for P0, and remaining it is shown, and available it is 0. So it's understood that this is the what the given problem. Now whether it is can satisfy all the process can run in the safe state or not, we see it. So P0, it has allocated 0, 1, 0 maximum, and there is no request from the P0, so it can complete its task. And even the available, there are no available resources to allocate the P0, because it was allocated only this much, and there is no other requested from the P0. So P0 is executed first. Okay, P0 is executed first. So P0 is completed its task. So when it is completed its task, all its resources has to be released. So when it is released, it allocated to the available available data structure. So of 0 plus 0, it is 0, 0 plus 1, that is of instances B, 0 plus 1 it is 1, and 0 plus 0 C is 0. Now second P1, it requires A instances, it requires 2, B instances it requires 0 type, and C instances it requires 0. But you check in the available, even maximum it requires 2, 0, 1, but you can see here in the available we have 0, 1, 0, where we cannot satisfy P1. So P1 has to move into the waiting state. So P1 has to wait, because the resources what it is allocated and what it is requested, it is not satisfied, because available resources is very less. So it has to wait in the waiting queue. Next P2, it requests 3 resources of instances type A 3, and type B it is requested 0, and C it is 3, and maximum it did not request any other resources. So it can complete its task. So when it completes its task, all its resources is moved into the available. So 3 plus 0 it is 3, 0 plus 1 it is 1, 3 plus 0 it is 3. Now total available resources is 3, 1, 3. So P0 is completed its task. Next it is P2, not P1. P1 is waiting still, because P1 it cannot satisfy its condition. Next P3 is checks. You check the P3. P3 allocated is 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, and it requires 1 instances of type A, resource type A. So whether we can satisfy? Yes, because type A we have 3 instances, so where it requires us only 1 instances, so we can satisfy this condition. So P0, P2 and P3. So once it is satisfied, we can allocate, once you can complete this task, so return back these resources to the available table. So 3 plus 2 it is 5, and 1 plus 1 it is 2, and 1 plus 3 it is 4. So this is also completed. Now you see, check for P4 it has requested 002, it means available it is only 002, and it requests 2 more of C type, it requests 2 more instances of type C. So check now, 5 2 4, so of type C we have 4 instances, where it requires only 2 instances, we can satisfy this condition. So next it is P0, P0, P2, P3, then P4. So complete this. 0 plus 5 it is 5, 0 plus 2 it is 2, and 2 plus 4 it is 6. Now we have remained only with P1. So P1 it requests allocated is 200. Now it is requesting 201. So 201, but we have a 526. Yes, we can satisfy this. Now P1 from the waiting state it moves to the safe state. So the sequences of the safe sequences P0, P2, P3, P4, P1. Even we can get even like this also, P0, comma P2, comma P3. So when we P3 we satisfy, we got 524. Instead of executing P4, we can also execute P1 also, and P1 comma P4. So there is a chances of getting a safe sequences, number of safe sequences. There is a safe sequence. Okay, it's not that you want to get only one safe sequences, you can have a multiple safe sequences, but don't consider this is correct and this is wrong, or this is correct or this is wrong. You can have a more, you can get a more than one safe sequences. There is a chance of getting more than one safe sequences, and it is not that what person A got the same thing should be get for the person B. It's not like that. So don't ever compare your safe sequence with your friends. So once when you satisfy that your problem is satisfied all your condition, then that is the safe sequences. So when it is releases all its resources, once if it is completed its task, when it releases its task, its instances. So what is total? 5 plus 2 it is 7, 2 plus 0 it is 0, 6 plus 0 is 2 plus 0 is 2, sorry, 2 plus 2 is 2, and 6 plus 0 is 6. So total number of available is 726, and allocation it is 726. So problem is correct and answer is correct. So this is how you have to satisfy the given bankers algorithm. So we'll see one more problem. 5 processes are there. 5 processes means P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. P0 through P4. They are going to give the condition like this. And 4 resource types. 4 resources types means A, B, C, D. And A it has 2 instances, B it has 9 instances, C it has 9 instances, D it has 12 instances. Snapshot at time 0. Time 0, this is a snapshot they have given. So 2 instances of type A, 9 instances of type B. Yes. So in this we have seen 5 process, 4 resource type, and snapshot at time t0. So allocation of the allocation is done for process, and maximum it is requested and available this much. Okay, and first we calculate the need for all the process. How it is calculated? Need is equals to maximum minus allocation. maximum minus allocation. That is 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2. This is 0 we got. Next 1 minus 0, it is 0. 7 minus 0, 7. 5 minus 0, it is 5. 0 minus 0, it is 0. Next 2 minus 1, it is 1. 3 minus 3, it is 0. 5 minus 5, it is 0. And 6 minus 4, it is 2. 0 minus 0, it is 0. 6 minus 6, it is 0. 5 minus 3, it is 2. 2 minus 2, it is 0. Next 0 minus 0, it is 0. 6 minus 0, it is 6. 5 minus 1, it is 4. 6 minus 4, it is 2. So this is a need table for the given process. Now in the available, from the available, you see here, so need for process 0, it is 0 0. So P0 is executed. For P1, the need, it is required 7 instances of B, but we have only 5, so this is not possible. For P2, it is required 1 instances of A and 2 instances of D. Yes, we have 1 instances of A and 2 instances of D, so P2 is executed. So P2, write it in the safe sequence, P0 and P2. Okay, so now add the resources to the available table. So 1 plus 1, it is 2. 3 plus 5, it is 8. And 5 plus 3, it is 8. And 4 plus 2, it is 6. So this is available resource type instances. Next it is for P3. So what it is required? For P3, it is 0 0 2 0. So 0 0 2 0, yes, it's available. Of type C, it is required only 2. We have a 8, so P3 can complete it. So P0, P2 and P3. So this is the sequences, safe sequences. So what these are the resources which is executed after and get releases. So add 2 plus 0, it is 2. 8 plus 6, it is 14. 3 plus 8, it is 11. And 2 plus 6, it is 8. So next it is you can either go for P1 or you can go for P4. Okay, so since it is required 7 instances, we have a 14, we can go in, but we go in a sequences in the same order. So P3, next it is a P4. So P4, it is required 6 instances of type B, 4 instances of type C and 2 instances of type D. So easily we can satisfy the condition. So next it is P4. So after it releases 2 plus 0, it is 2. 0 plus 14, it is 14. And 1 plus 11, it is 12. 4 plus 8, it is 12. Okay, so next it is for the P1, where resources type its need, it is 0750. So 7 of the instances B is available, and C, it is required 5. We require 12. We have a 12, so we can satisfy the condition. So P1. So this is the safe sequences. So P1 is also satisfied when it is releases all its resources. So 3 plus 2, it is 3 plus 2, it is 3. 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2, it is 3. And 0, all 0, it remains same as it is 3, 14, 12, 12. So this is available resources. And total number of instances, it is, instead of 2, it should be a 3 instances. And remaining, it is this is not 2 instances, that is not. And this is what the available resources now after the completion of the task. So this is in the safe state, and there can be more than one safe sequences also. It's not that it has to be followed in the same sequences. It can be have more than one safe sequences, and this is a safe sequence of P0, P0, P2, P3, P4 and P1. First thing what you have to do for a given table, first you find the need algorithm. So for need table, how need table is considered done? Need is equals to maximum minus allocation. So this you are going to calculate first. Then easily we can calculate for the available and calculate whether it is safe state or unsafe state. So you can see here P0, P2, P3, P1 and P4 are satisfied, and it is a safe condition. And you can see the need algorithm. Need it says maximum minus allocation. You can see that 00, 0750, all those things, the same thing. You can see here 0642, 0020. Yes. And we will consider one more example of Banker's algorithm, that is 5 process of P0 P through P4, 3 resource type of A, it has 10 instances, B it has 5 instances, and C it has 7 instances. At the time snapshot T0, this is what the available. You can see calculate here. First you calculate the need algorithm. So need algorithm, how we are going to calculate? So need is equals to maximum minus allocation. So 7 minus 0 it is 6. Sorry, 7 minus 0 is 7. 5 minus 1 it is 4. And 3 minus 0 it is 3. And 3 minus 2 it is 1. And 2, 2. And 9 minus 3 it is 6. And 0 and 0. And 2 minus 2 it is 0, 2 minus 1 it is 1 and 1, and 4 minus 2, 0 is 4, so this is 4, 3 minus 3 and 3 minus 2 it is 1. So this is a need table for the given problem, and then calculate now the available. So available for this it is here. Need it is required 743, so P0 is not executed first, and 200 this is first, and need it is required 122, so we have a 332, so we can satisfy P1. So in the safe sequences you write first P1, and when you allocated this you releases all these resources to the available. So 3 plus 2 it is 5, and remaining it is remains 3, 2 only. And this is executed, that is P1 is executed, and available it is required 600 need for P2, but we have a 5, so this is not satisfied. And for P3 it requires 011, yes we can satisfy this condition, so execute P3. So P3 will execute first P3, so all its resources will be added here. So 5 plus 2 it is 7, and 1 plus 3 it is 4, 2 plus 1 it is 3, so this condition is satisfied. Next we can satisfy now even P0, but we will move in the sequences. So after P3 it is a P4, you can have more than one safe sequences. It is not that we should follow the same what is there in the textbook. So P4 P4 is required 431, yes we 4 sequences, 4 instances of 7, that is type A, 3 instances of type B, and 1 instance of C. So we can satisfy this. So after releases this 7 plus 0 it is 7, and 4 plus 0 it is 4, and 3 plus 2 it is 5. Okay, yes we can satisfy and write it P4 in safe sequences. And if when you come in the same order, it is P0 where it requires 743, we have a 745, so we can satisfy this condition also. So P0 write it in this sequence P0 P0 when it satisfies, when it finishes its work, it will be 7, 1 plus 4 it is 5, and 0 plus 5 it is 5. So this is also satisfied. Next we have a P2 it has a sequences of A type, it is required 6, So 600 we have 755, so we can satisfy this condition P naught, sorry, P2. So this is the safe sequences. Okay, this is a need and this is a available. So this is what how we have to solve the Banker's algorithm. So this may be expected more than 8 marks question. Whether the means they ask to draw the need matrix first. This is a need matrix. How the need matrix will be done? Max minus allocation. You're going to get need matrix. Therefore, the need matrix you can identify whether the given that is whether it is a safe sequence or not, whether the system is safe state or not. If it is yes, find the safe sequences. So this is a safe sequences. So you can see here P1, P3, P4, P0, P2. This is one safe sequences. So I moved in the same order because first we solve P1, next P3, next P4. Otherwise, when we solve P3, we got satisfied this, and we can go for P0 as well as P2. Then once again we can go for P4. But of course, they have did the same thing. P1, P3, P4, P2, P0. So we can satisfy this condition. So this is a need matrices and this is a safe sequences. And assumption, there is one more problem we'll solve. There are 5 processes P0 through P4 and 4 types of resources at time T0. We have the following states. So this is what we have seen, 4 process and allocation and maximum and available. So this is one more problem at time T0. Of course, even we have solved this problem. I hope we have solved this problem in the previous examples. So we have need algorithm, need table. Yeah, we have solved this example. You can see, go through that in the previous slide. Okay. So just I will try to fill the contents. Max minus allocation. It is 0, 7, 5, 0. Then here it is 1, 0, 1, 0. Then 0, 2, and it is 0, 0, 2, 0, and it is 0, 6, 4, 2, and available it is 1, 5. We have solved this problem. You can go through this the same thing, but in I written it in a table format. That's it. Okay. And for P2 it is 2, 8, 8, 6. It is 2, 14, 11, and 8, and it is 2, 14, 12. Same sequences. We go to the same sequences, so you can go through that. Okay. And here one more problem. What we saw that the resources, if the resources is requested once again by the process, so what is the condition for the given problem? So here you can see here. Yes, for given problem, whenever the resources are allocated to the particular process, 0, 1, 0 is allocated and is been executed, and this is what the safe state we got. Okay, this is what the safe state P1, P3, P4, P0, P2. Okay, can we request for 330 by P4 whether it will be granted? Can we request for 020 by P0 whether it will be granted or not? So this is what two condition we are looking out. These are the two condition what we are looking out, and we'll try to solve this problem even in the regular classes. Okay. And single instances of each type, that is maintain a weight graph, nodes or process, that is pi of pj. If pi is waiting for pj, periodically invoke an algorithm that search for cycle. An algorithm to detect a cycle in a graph requires an order, that is n square, that is time complexity. It is required is n square, theta n square is a time complexity for the Banker's algorithm. And resource allocation graph, with the resource type, these are the resources, and without resources they are drawn the graph considering wait for graph. See here, p1 is waiting for that is p1 directly drawn from p1 p1 to p2, so directly we can write p1 to p2, and from p1 p4 to p1 directly we can write a graph, and from p3 to p4 directly we can write a graph, and p2 to p3 directly we can write a graph, and p2 to p5. So this is how they draw a graph for allocation graph as well as waiting for a graph. Several instances of resource type. Yes sir, several instances of resource type available. A vector of length m indicates that the number of available resources of type. Allocation n cross m matrix defines the number of resources of each type. Request n cross m matrix indicates the current request of each process. So this is one of the example what we see in this previous slide. Yeah, you can see this is one of the example. We will solve this in the regular classes, and one more problem we have taken in the solved. So you can see there are 4 processes, and each the process is been allocated some resources, and of type A resource we have 9 instances, and for type B we have 9 instances, for type C we have 6, and for type D we have 9 instances. And maximum allocation they are given, and available. First we have to calculate a need. So how are we going to calculate need? Max minus allocation. So 4 minus 2 it is 2, 2 minus 0 it is 2, 1 minus 0 it is 1, and 2 minus 1 it is 1. So next 5 minus 3 it is 2, 2 minus 1 it is 1, 5 minus 2 it is 3, and 2 minus 1 it is 1. 2 minus 2 it is 0, 3 minus 1 it is 2, 1 minus 1 0 it is 1, 6 minus 3 it is 3. So this is how we got the need algorithm. Okay. So available, how are we going to calculate available? So what is required? We required 2, that is we need it is 2 2 1 1. So available we have a 3 3 2 1. So we can satisfy p0. So p0 it is satisfied. So after that, when it is releases all these resources to the available, 3 plus 2 it is 5, 3 plus 0 it is 3, 2 plus 0 it is 2, 1 plus 1 it is 2. So this is available resources, and the need it is 2 1 3. So we can satisfy even this also. Yes, we can satisfy yeah, 2 1 3 1 it is needed, and availability is 5 3 2 1. We can satisfy p1 also. Next, when it is releases its resources, will have all this total number of resources 12 12 8 10. So these are sequences p0 p3 p4 p1 p2, and it is not that it has to be moved in the same sequences. It can be have a number of safe sequences also. So this is one of the safe sequences what we got. Okay. And if the request from p1 arrives 110, so along with this resources it requires one more resource, that is 110, by whom? By p1 requesting along with 3 1 2 1. It is requested some more resources to complete this task. So we'll see here, and P4 is also requesting 0020. So whether it grant or not, we'll check in the next slide. So when it is requested, so it requested 1 1. So instead of 3, it's requesting 1 3 plus 1, and 1 plus 1 it's requesting, and remaining 2 and 1 is requesting. So whether it is satisfied or not. So 4 2 2 1. These were the new sequences, and we have to minus this in the given available. So when you minus this available, 3 minus 1 it is 2. 3 minus 1 it is 2, and 2 1. So this is what newly available resources. So 2 2 1 is newly available because P1 was requested here. You can see here P1 is requested 1 1 0. If we allocate these resources, whether the process, that is the system, will be in the safe state or safe sequence or not, it's asking the question. So we'll check this. So once again, for that we have to draw the need algorithm. Once again we have to write the available. So need, how we going to write a need? So 2, that is a need, is equal to max minus allocation. So 4 minus 2 it is 2, and 2 minus 0 it is 2, and 1 minus 1 it is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. Next, this is the available maximum and minus. So 1031, and same way you continue the same process. So whether we can apply or not, we see here. So when it is applied, there is 2001 allocation, and it is needed is 2211. So we can satisfy this condition 221. Next, when it releases all its resources, 4221. But here you can see here the required need for the process P1, it is 3 now. So we cannot go for P1. So what about for P2? The requested resources, it is 3 for D, but we have only 2, so we cannot go for the P2 also. So once we go on for P0, and we go for the P3. So P3, what it is required, it is 112. So we can satisfy this condition. So we go for this. Once it is executed, so P3 data, that is previously it was 2 plus previously it releases this sources. Previously it was 4. Because we added this, no? So 4 plus 1 it is 5, 2 plus 3 it is 5, 2 plus 1 it is 3, 2 plus 2 it is 4. So this is what we saw. So got the available resources. Next, it is for P4. P4 it is required 2 2 3 3 2. So we have 5 5 3 4. We can satisfy this condition. So we can say once it is satisfied, 5 plus 1 it is 6, 5 plus 4 it is 3, and 5 plus 4 it is 9, 3 plus 3 it is 6, 4 plus 2 it is 6. So we can satisfy this condition. Now next we go for the P1. P1 we can satisfy or not? Yes, we can satisfy because 1031. So we have more than that. So we can satisfy P1 also, and all these resources will be added over to this. And next it is P2. So this is a safe sequences. So what it says, whether we can satisfy that condition or not? Yes, for the given request for 110 we can satisfy, whereas for given request for 0020, that is for P4, it is not at all able to satisfy the condition. If we satisfy, we go for the unsafe state. So let work and finish be the vector of length m and n respectively. Work is equal to available. Of course, we saw this algorithm previously for detection of an algorithm. And work is equal to work plus allocation. Finish. We have shown this algorithm, so there is no need of saying once again. And they are asking once 5 process P0 through P4. 3 types of 7. If it is possible, I will try to solve this problem even in the exam, in the regular class itself. Okay. So detection of algorithm usage, when and how often to invoke it depends on how often deadlock is likely to occur. So detection is algorithm is invoked arbitrarily. There are maybe cycle in the resource graph, and so we would not be able to tell which of the many deadlock process crossed the deadlock. So recovery from the deadlock process termination. About all the deadlock process, So recovery from deadlock. How to recover? It is better to abort all the deadlock process, abort one process at a time until deadlock cycle is eliminated. In order, in which order should be aborted? One is based on the priority, how long process has computed, resource resources the process has been used, resources used, process needs to be completed, how many process will need to be terminated, and in the process is interactive or batch process. So by this we are able to terminate the processor to recover from the deadlock. And recovery from deadlock or resource pre-emission also now selecting the victim minimum cost, so which is having a minimum deadlock cost, we can identify that process and release that process from the CPU. Rollback, return to the some safe state, restart the process for that state. So return from the safe state. So any of the process which is in the safe state, and even though if it is safe state also, if it is due to some other process it is getting deadlock, we can remove that rollback, that is restart the process for that particular state. And starvation, same process may always be picked as victims, include number of rollback in cost factor. So in this by this we have solved we completed the deadlock chapter of the module 1, the module third module of chapter 1. So we have a memory management. We'll see it in the next video session. Meantime, we'll try to solve some problems in the classes. Thank you all.